welcome all of you guys to this inaugural event. The core intention of House of Ra, number one, is to bring light workers together through ceremony, dance, and music to form powerful, heart-based connections that nobody can tamper with. So that's the first intention. The second intention is of House of Ra. The core values are to help us awaken an ancient remembering of who we are and why we came here. When we come to Earth, we go through this veil of forgetfulness that you all know of. We came here because we heard the call. Every single one of us here, we came to Earth, we left our galactic societies, we left the higher realms. We left ease, we left comfort. We could have gone to far more ascended planets, but we chose to come here. And I don't think everyone in this room, I don't think everyone on the live stream is aware of what a big sacrifice that is. And who you are is the fundamental next step. Many of you don't know who you are yet. I didn't know who I was when I started my YouTube channel 2 years ago. The more, it is so important for everyone here, for all of us, to get to know who we are in our core. Start reflecting to that. I am a kind being. I am a compassionate being. Start reflecting to yourself how awesome you are so that the people around you cannot bully you, throw you around, treat you like a lunatic. Know who you are. You are powerful AF creatures from outer beings. Don't worry, we'll swear later. I thought I'll like first be a bit civil and then we can we'll do a group. You guys want to do it now? Yeah! Okay, so let's do this. We are love.
We are love.
We are light.
We are light.
And we are again, and we are fuck you too. I love that. I love that, you guys. And the third core foundational value of House of Ra is to help us activate our soul's mission on Earth. Right now, the galactics are, even with us, they're not babying us. It's like, okay, Eldora and Saman, your time's now. It's now. This is what we've been preparing you for the past 7 years. Boom, you're to go now. And all the rest we had to get happened in Costa Rica. Right now, we're fully on our soul's mission, and every single one of you, if you're not already fully on your soul's mission, you guys are being prepared, and I'm so proud of you for attending this portal. Siman's going to do a channeling next to give you an idea of how powerful this portal, this event, this space is. Okay, you guys are, it's going to be amazing. Whew. Why did you put all this under me?
You speak better.
Oh my God, okay. Okay guys, so who are we and how we got here? The birth of House of Ra. So many of you, as many of you know, who here does not know our world or has not been part of our world? Is there anyone here new to our world? Welcome, welcome, welcome. That's amazing. So many of you who are tuning in live may not know of us, so I'm going to do a very quick 2-minute introduction. So I'm Eldora. This is my lovely partner, Siman. We don't like to use the word twin flame because it feels it's so boxed. We're not just a twin flame, we're so much more than that. So we just say partner for now.
That's so 90s anyway.
I know. Yeah, twin flame. And it's when people call him husband, I'm like, no. He's not my husband. We're never getting married. And they think it's because we're not strong. And I'm like, no, we don't need a piece of paper to validate our relationship. Anyway. Okay, so we are 5D Ascension Guides. And 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, we didn't really know what the hell we were doing. We just knew that we were activating. We were rapidly awakening. And we knew that we had a big mission on Earth. I'll get into the story in a second. We have a YouTube channel, Eldora and Siman, which grew like crazy. I'm going to go into that story in a second. But we have a mystery school. We are founders of the Melchizedek Rose Mystery School. We are 5D Ascension Guides for star seeds and ascension Workers, anyone working on their ascension, we feel like once they come into our vortex, it's a rapid vortex. Would you guys agree? It's a rapid vortex. Like it's our guides don't, I feel like for people who are ready to take action. It's not for those who'll say, I'm getting this guidance, but I'm not going to act on it. It's like for people to say, I'm ready to go with it. And here's a tidbit I want to share with you guys. So last night, our guide said to us, they said, you know, when we look at Earth and we see all of you, what we see is who is making positive change. They don't see anything that Earth people see. They don't care about those things. But guides really start tuning into you when you're someone who listens to your guidance and acts upon it for your positive evolution. Your guides come online when you show interest, when you take interest. When you don't take interest, your guides are more in the back seat, waiting for you to activate. Because unlike humans, guides don't baby you. They don't run after you. They don't pamper you. They unconditionally love you, but they love you in a very different way than humans. So every single one of you watching, if you guys are acting, working on your spiritual progress, well done, keep it up. That's the most important thing you can be doing right now. And of course, we're the founders of House of Ra. So I'm going to tell you a little bit, real quick. I'm going to go through it super quick about how House of Ra even came along. For some reason, we felt like this had to be here today, just because it's the inaugural. So in 2013, Siman and I were both in the back seat of his Mercedes, little Mercedes car. We were dating. We were making out. It was 11:30 at night, I remember. And we had no guidance. We were still fairly asleep. And we heard this voice. Siman heard this voice as clear as I'm speaking right now. And the words, I've talked about this in our YouTube channel. The words were, your union is going to trigger a rapid awakening for both of you. You are both on a very big soul mission. And you will be, and this was the part we didn't understand, you will be community leaders and healers. We had no idea what that meant. We didn't even know what healers meant. The next day I called hospitals and I said, I wonder if I can volunteer. Like, I didn't know what a healer was. I was fully into my religion, Islam, like, oh my God, I'll go to hellfire if I don't pray. Oh my God, like I had all this conditioning. We heard this statement and honestly, we didn't know what to make of it, so we forgot about it. 2014, 1 year later, and by the way, guys, I didn't tell you that when we were making out in the backseat of our car, we were both married to different people. And we were not in a happy marriage. We were not happy, but you know what we were doing? We were babying them, we were mothering them, we were tolerating the bullshit at our cost. So somehow our reunion happened, our reunion I call it. 2014, we left our 3D marriages, as we call it, as we realized at a deep level that, you know, that love was not really love. It wasn't really love. It was just manipulation, image, and whatnot. So we started hosting retreats and dance parties in Toronto right away. And all 100% of our money was never an issue for us because I had a business, he had a full-time job. So we said we're going to do events and all the money we're going to gift, we're going to donate to charity. So we did that. We built a charity for 100 children in Uganda. And it's so interesting that I'll come to that in a second. Okay, so hold on. So then we said, okay, this is our community. The Toronto community is our community. We got it, right? This is what our guides were talking about. That's what we assumed. Then in 2018 of June, 4 years later, we got guidance that this is going to be your last event, wrap up Toronto. And we're like, did we do something wrong? Like, we weren't sure why, but we got the guidance clearly saying wrap it up. Something's not right, just wrap it up. 2019 solstice in June, we had a very strong call. Melchizedek, High Priest Melchizedek, which you guys are aware, called us to Mount Shasta. And that is where we got activated like fuck. I tried, you guys. I tried. You guys are all my kind of naughty, seriously. I tried to keep it clean, but anyway. So then we had the Melchizedek initiated the fuck out of us. And then 2019 July, the same year, a month later, we were in Banff, we were in Banff in Lake Louise. I remember we were smoking a fat fucking joint. I still have a picture. Guys, okay, I think I'm gonna cut down on my swearing if any of the kids, you guys are not uncomfortable, right? She said to me, Maggie said to me, I'm bringing my 2 kids and they love to say fuck. Okay, so 2019, July, we were in Banff and Lake Louise. We got guidance to start a YouTube channel and I'm like, YouTube, me, no. I don't know how to speak on YouTube. There's nothing I can speak about. So we got guidance and we're like, we're not doing it. We don't know what to do. I've never spoken in front of camera. The same year in October, I started my YouTube channel under Eldora Rose, and it was taken down in 3 videos. You guys don't know this. I put up a video called 5D Keys to 5D or something like that. 2 videos up, 300-400 people saw it. My channel got taken down for something, I don't know what. I was heartbroken. I was like, what the hell? And then Simon said to me, baby, I'm getting guidance that your intentions were off. My intentions were off because I was not, so this is how my guides explained it, and this is very important for you guys. In anything you do, intention has to be very clear. Because remember, you're throwing a dart to reach a very far, like, what's
Destination.
that? Destination. So your intention has to be clear. If not, ego can creep in and you can go off. So my intention wasn't clear. My why wasn't clear. I was just fooling around. So then again, I started my YouTube channel, Eldora Rose. How many of you know me as Eldora Rose? Amazing, you guys. So I started off as Eldora Rose, and my YouTube channel went on fire. 1,000 people, then 10,000 people, then 25,000 people, and I'm like, okay then. Like, I guess I'm a YouTuber now. So we started that. Then we thought, okay, this is our community. This is the community our guides were talking about, right? Because they said we're going to be community pillars and healers, and we had no idea what that was. First, we thought it was Toronto. It was not. Then we thought it was YouTube. It just keeps like peeling off to us in layers and layers. Now, this is where the House of Ra thing comes in. In 2020, July, we were in Niagara Falls, and Ra, the entity Ra, who's the sun god, connected with us for the very first time. Many of you have seen a video. We actually put up a video talking about this whole thing. And that is when we were given this voice in our ear, House of Ra. So we thought, okay, I'm Eldora, he's Siman Ra, House of Ra, cute. We didn't know anything about what House of Ra was supposed to be.
And he also called you Ra Child.
Yeah, and he said, we call you Ra Child in the heavens. I remember that.
Yeah.
And that was the first time, and it was beautiful. I still have a picture with, it's very, very powerful. In 2020, August, Lionsgate happened. We were ejected out of Canada, as many of you know, and we landed in Costa Rica. We hosted our first retreat there. So it really felt like aligned to be there, because we were booted out, and then the lockdown started in Canada. Okay, guys, this is where it gets so fun. Right after so at the retreat, Siman DJ'd for 18 people. It was an amazing sold-out retreat. Like literally, the tickets sold in 18 hours. We put them up and boom, 18 tickets gone. And 12 or 13 of them are in this room. So I love you, Shift into 5D gang. I love it. So then immediately after the retreat, Siman started getting very clear guidance from his guides about releasing these mixes. He's like, okay, you have this music, but your YouTube audience hasn't heard it. So he's like, okay, I'll put it up on Mixcloud. So he started releasing them. This is how guidance works. They help you with everything. They don't let anything to chance. When you take interest in your lives, your guides take interest in your lives. You have to take interest in your lives first. Okay, in 2021 June, 4 months after the retreat, Siman and I both got guidance to purchase houseofra.com. We went online to check how much the domain was. It was $5,000, and we're like, oh gosh, we're sitting in Costa Rica in a lockdown. What is this House of Ra? We're not paying $5,000. Anyway, because we listened to our guidance, we paid the $5,000. We got the domain.
We did it.
We did it.
Yeah.
We're like, you know what? It's guidance. I don't know. We'll just get it. So we got it. This was just in 2021 June. What is it now? December. So we bought the domain. This year, not knowing what to do, because we're sitting in Costa Rica, Americans have to get PCR tests to get back, so we're not going to host events in that period. So we're like just waiting. 21 August, so 1 year after Lionsgate, we were ejected out of Canada. This Lionsgate, we were ejected out of Costa Rica and landed in Florida. As soon as we arrived in Florida, something started happening to both of us. The Florida land started activating our soul contract with Florida.
With the USA, to be honest.
Yes.
There's a lot of work to be done here.
Yes. Yes. And this is where the rising is happening, right? This is where...
This is new Atlantis we're sitting on, basically.
Yes. Yes. So 1 week after coming in Florida, we got guidance, do the solstice event, do House of Ra, 5D frequencies, and they said very clearly it has to be in Miami, not in Fort Lauderdale. I just thought it was because Fort Lauderdale sounds kind of boring, like, oh, we're having an event, House of Ra, Fort Lauderdale. So we just thought, let's say Miami. It sounds so sexy, but that's not why the guides did. That's not what the guides did. They said Miami because of how powerful this work had to happen here. In this venue. This venue was chosen by our guides. And somebody from our soul family connected us with this.
And like we mentioned, this place has crystal grids built in the foundation. It was built very intentionally. And we had no idea about this place. Someone from our soul family randomly mentioned it. We came in and we fell in love. We had a couple venue options that were cheaper, but we're like, no, this is it.
This is it. Our guides were like, this is it. There was no second option.
There's no doubt
we
about
saw
it.
4 venues. They were all gorgeous. They were all less than half the price, but it was like this one. So we said, yeah, we'll do it. Office of Christ is paying for it anyway. Our big daddy, Jesus Christ. Like we literally, anywhere we go, we're like, we just swipe our card, and all of you can do this too, because really, once you start going in, we're like, yeah, Jesus, go ahead. Like we just... You know what? We're doing such hard work here. We deserve it, you guys. We deserve it. So when it comes to splurging, we're like, oh, Jesus, go ahead. Like, take care of it so we can do our work. And Jesus is overjoyed. Like, yeah, guys, Lord Sananda says, you're my children. You deserve to live well. You deserve to be happy. So all this money is evil bullshit is just nothing more than bullshit to keep us stuck in the matrix. Money is not evil. If I was a billionaire, I would have way more impact than I do today. You know what I mean? And many of us are coming together. So now let me go back to the word community. 2 days ago, Simon and I got a very powerful message from Archangel Metatron, who said, everybody coming in to your vortex right now, connecting as soul family, is part of this, a very big vision. And you can pitch in because we both got the message just 2 days ago.
I'll say that in my channeling. It's
yeah,
all
and
part,
that's
all
when
there.
he got a channeling from Metatron, which I haven't even heard. He's going to do it right after. And Metatron, so what they're showing us now, this is new guidance, is that we are all creating the grid of 5D New Earth. And all of us are going to be working together, living I don't know how it's going to work. It's vibrational based. So soul family may have different vibrations. Communities are going to form based on vibration, purity of heart, integrity, unconditional love, and most important, harmonizing the negative ego. That's the biggest thing. For Simon and me, honestly, on our ascension path, I can tell you, I can guarantee you, everything else was a breeze. But when you start doing the ego lessons, holy, it's not just, ego is not just like, oh, I'm the shit. That's not it. Ego is also, I'm worthless. I'm not good, I'm good for nothing. So the ego is both polarities. Our training, ego training, has gone into such fine lessons that we right now are masters of the ego. We watch the ego like the ego is in front of us. We're like, ha ha ha, nice try, but get back in the seat, I'm in charge. So that's the relationship we have cultivated with our ego, and trust me, it's come after years of training. So let's see what's important here. So guys, yeah, let's see. So anyway, so back to the message I had that we received 8 years ago when we were making out like little teenagers in the back seat of his cramped C250 Mercedes. Community pillars and healers is making a lot more sense now, right? So this you received. I think you should read this out and then go into your channel.
So the download we got from Metatron, and I'll go into the channeling. I had to write it down because it was very specific. And it was Metatron and the angelic realm, they wanted to address humanity. So this is big. And the download we got a couple weeks ago was House of Ra is the trumpet of the angelic realm, announcing the ascension of humanity and planet Earth. So this is to us more than just a dance company. This is more than just us getting together and celebrating solstice. This is actually a physical manifestation of a ray of light that originated in the higher realms. So this...
That was so beautiful, you guys. It made me cry. This is what Metatron said. I'm going to say it again because of how powerful and beautiful it was. These were the exact words. House of Ra is the trumpet of the angelic realms on earth, announcing the ascension point for humanity. This was seriously, and this is just the inaugural of House of Ra. To all you beings of light that are watching from the multiverse, we fucking love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm so happy to say I'm done, and I'm passing you off to Mr. Simanra.
So I'm going to go straight into the channeled message that I received from Metatron. And this just came in yesterday. So the way we work is we like to plan the shit out of everything. And when it come to planning the channel message from the guides, I was like, at least give me some pointers. They're like, nope. They were like literally zip, nope. And in the nth hour, in the 11th hour, I got this message just sitting in my hotel room yesterday and kind of like multitasking, putting out fires, all kinds of stuff was happening. And in the middle of that chaos, I had literally 20 minutes of peace, and as I was tuning in, immediately this came in. Greetings, dear ones. This is Metatron of the Light. I am the angel who is in charge of overseeing the ascension of humanity and planet Earth, and I would like to address you today on this very historic moment in time. I speak in unison with the heavenly hierarchies of angels, ascended masters, and the galactic councils of light. We are your family of light in the heavenly realms. Beloved ones, all of you who are gathered here physically, as well as all of those who are attending this ceremony remotely, you are all here because there was a voice deep within your souls prompting you to be here. It is not something you could define with your logical mind. Rather, it was a strong inner knowing that you are just meant to be here today in this very moment. Why is this so, you might be wondering? Why are we the only ones gathered here while majority of humanity is going about their daily lives in a deep state of sleep? Well, I'm here to tell you, I'm here to remind you that you are here because you are all part of the first ascending tribes on planet Earth. And we sent out the call for you to be here even before you incarnated on this planet. In other words, this is all part of your soul's mission to be here, to begin the very important work that you are about to embark on. You are here because this moment in time, 12/21/21, is a major activation portal that will dramatically shift the direction of your life towards the journey of your soul. You are here because you have decided you no longer wish to continue your lives in the old paradigm of duality. You're here because you're ready to walk the path of mastery. Symbolically, this is your homecoming. This is your graduation ceremony. Many of you feel like you do not belong to Earth. You feel a deep yearning within your souls to reunite with your soul families. But for some reason, until now, you are not quite able to find others who match your vibration or level of consciousness. You, my friends, are all a special breed of light workers who carry a very high frequency of love within your hearts, and you yearn to connect with others who carry the same frequency. Dear ones, the good news that we wish to share with you today is that the time of hardships and walking this path as a lone wolf is over. It is now time for light workers to reunite, because Earth is entering a new chapter of ascension starting in 2022. All of you will be walking into a brand new timeline once you return home from this event. Your lives will never be the same again once you walk through this portal with us. And yes, this is really happening. It is now time for you, the beloved light workers of this planet, to start working together to build the world you have always dreamed of. A new Earth built on the foundations of peace, equality, justice, freedom, and respect for all living beings. The solstice ceremony and House of Ra celebration that you are attending today has not only been brought to you by Eldora and Saman, it has also been brought to you by us in the angelic realms. House of Ra is an energy that emanated from the collective consciousness of the law of one in the 6th dimension. This is a very pure crystalline frequency that is manifesting on Earth for the first time since the fall of Atlantis 25,000 years ago. Music can be utilized as a healing frequency that can help ignite the fire within your hearts. It is for this reason that we present you with the encoded 432 Hz musical frequencies that are bathed in high-frequency diamond light to help activate the remembrance of who you truly are within your hearts. All of you who are present here, whether physical or virtual, are all emanations of the same ray of light. In other words, you're all part of the same soul tribe, the same soul family. All of you. That is why when you meet each other for the first time, you feel a strange familiarity, a deep knowing, and a deep reverence and love for each other that you just cannot describe in words. Beloved ones, you're all gathered here today because you are part of the family of angels of light who came to assist humanity in this epic time of transition. Your DNA before you incarnated was encoded with the 144,000 frequency, which is one of the purest emanations of Prime Creator available on this planet. You all share a common vision and a common yearning to reunite humanity in ways of love, do you not? You are all gathered here today because all of you made a soul contract to incarnate on this planet at this time, at this pivotal moment in history. You had a soul contract with us, your guardian angels, to remind you at this time in your lives that it's time to wake up. Well, we're here as you requested, and today we are fulfilling our duty to remind you. It's time for you to wake up and remember who you truly are and why you came here. It's time for you to reunite with each other and start building the new world that you have always dreamt of. You are not alone, dear ones, and you have never been. You have an army of angels and ascended masters and galactic families supporting you at all times. You are an integral part of God's plan, and you are God's biggest gift to each other. Together, we are unstoppable. And I would like to end this message by inviting you to repeat this ancient prayer from Atlantis that will help invoke a remembrance within the deepest recesses of your soul. So I invite you to repeat after me. We walk the sacred path. Like those who've gone before. We walk the sacred path. And will forevermore. Ehye Asher Ehye. So hum. And so it is.